Creator salutes you. I want to thank all our subscribers, new subscribers, and channel members for your support. There's a new store with new designs. We have dresses, t-shirts, and more with a bride and a groom logo. If you'd like to visit the store, go to the link on Buy Me a Coffee, and you will find the store icon scrolling down on the left side. And if you want to buy a coffee for our dearest brother Michael, you can do so. Your support helps us cover costs and continue creating content. Of course, I hope you'll find the answers to all your questions in this video. If you're not a member yet, join us now. You'll find the link in the description and on the homepage. We publish something special for you every month. With that being said, let's start with today's topic. The Bride Ascension. This ascent is not merely a physical elevation, but a spiritual elevation, symbolizing the Shekhinah's preparation for her union with the divine. The bride, previously symbolized as El, God, becomes elevated when she steps beneath the canopy, where her radiance becomes glory upon glory. This imagery aligns with the Jewish wedding tradition, where the bride enters beneath the chuppah, canopy, signifying her readiness for the union. This act represents the Shekhinah's readiness to unite with the divine, her radiance becoming glory upon glory. The ancient texts provide a rich tapestry of imagery and teachings regarding the Shekhinah's ascent and her role in the heavenly wedding. Her journey from exile to union with the divine sets the stage for the gathering of the faithful and the eventual judgment upon the unfaithful. This progression underscores the interconnectedness of divine presence, human actions, and the unfolding of eschatological events. The Shekhinah, often referred to as the divine presence or the feminine aspect of God, embarks on a profound journey of ascent. According to these texts, the Shekhinah's elevation is intricately linked to human actions, particularly the recitation of the Amidah, the standing prayer. The text states, "When Israel stands in the standing prayer, then the Shekhinah ascends above." This ascent signifies the Shekhinah's preparation for her union with the divine. There are further elucidations of this union. The barley firstfruits, the Shekhinah's companions. Following the Shekhinah's ascent, the barley firstfruits company, representing the most devoted believers, accompanies her. It is written that the building of the temple was first for the Shekhinah to depart, so we must pay attention to this. Now, let us focus on the Shekhinah's role in the abomination of desolation. The scriptures warn of a time when the holy place will be defiled, often associated with the sacrifice of a pig within the temple, Daniel 9:27, Matthew 24:15. Ancient texts emphasize that the Shekhinah's presence restores sanctity and halts desecration. When the Shekhinah returns, light and peace are restored. She intervenes spiritually to purify the temple and prevent the continuation of impure acts. The Shekhinah, alongside the faithful, acts as a force against this abomination, preparing the way for the final harvests and the consummation of the marriage in heaven. Finally, we come to the heavenly wedding, the culmination of God's plan. Here, the Shekhinah and her divine groom are united in glory. Revelation 19 verses 7-9 celebrates this union, and Matthew 25:10 reminds us of the wise virgins entering the wedding chamber before the door is shut. Ephesians 5:32 describes this mystery as the ultimate union of Christ and the church. The first fruits and resurrection saints are present, and only after this union is the winepress judgment fully executed upon the nations. This sequence, Shekhinah ascending, accompanied by first fruits, wheat purified through trial, the grape harvest of judgment, and the heavenly wedding, reveals God's perfect timing and justice. Throughout this timeline of the three harvests, the Shekhinah restores sanctity, halts desecration, and ensures the faithful are gathered in the chambers of heaven. This is a hidden treasure within Scripture and ancient texts, a picture of God's meticulous plan, His protection over the sanctity of His people, and the ultimate vindication of His bride. The Shekhinah's role in halting the abomination of desolation. The ancient texts offer profound insights into the Shekhinah's involvement in cosmic events. While it doesn't explicitly state that the Shekhinah will physically intervene to stop the sacrificial offering of a pig in the future temple, it emphasizes her role in restoring sanctity and intervening in times of spiritual crisis. When the Shekhinah is in exile, the world is in darkness. When she returns, light and peace are restored. This passage highlights the Shekhinah's crucial role in bringing light and peace, suggesting that her presence serves as a force against desecration and chaos. Interpretations and prophetic visions. While the ancient texts don't provide a direct narrative of the Shekhinah stopping the abomination of desolation, other interpretations and prophetic visions offer a more vivid picture. 1. The Shekhinah's protective embrace. Some traditions describe the Shekhinah as a protective force that shields the righteous from impure influences. In times of great spiritual peril, her presence is believed to purify and sanctify, potentially halting acts of desecration. 2. The role of the tzaddikim, righteous ones. The ancient texts often speak of the tzaddikim as agents of divine intervention. Their righteousness and connection to the Shekhinah are believed to influence cosmic events. In this context, the collective righteousness of the faithful, in communion with the Shekhinah, could be instrumental in preventing the desecration of the temple. 3. The coming of the Messiah. In many teachings, the arrival of the Messiah is closely linked with the restoration of the Shekhinah and the sanctification of the temple. The Messiah's role is seen as one who will purify the temple and prevent its defilement. Biblical parallels. While the Bible doesn't explicitly mention the Shekhinah's role in stopping the abomination of desolation, several passages highlight the importance of purity and sanctity in the temple. Daniel 9:27, "And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate." Matthew 24:15, "When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand." These verses indicate a future event in which the sanctity of the temple is compromised, resulting in desolation. I invite you to reflect on the importance of maintaining purity and sanctity in your own lives. Beloved, I encourage you to reflect on this. Are you walking in preparation, sanctity, and faith? Are you ready to follow the Shekhinah into the heavenly chambers, becoming part of the first fruits? The time is coming when the bride will be united with her bridegroom, the faithful will be gathered, and the nations that reject the king and queen will face judgment. Let us consecrate ourselves, pray for wisdom, and be among those who rejoice with the bride, standing ready for the fulfillment of God's glorious plan. We have concluded this study. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed these teachings, please share them to help others in need. We appreciate your likes and comments. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the family. Stay tuned for our next video. It promises to be fascinating.